Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Sunday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. You need an orthopedist, go to Brock, you need a roof. Call Parish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, Bocock Brothers, Premium Cigars. Smoked a few last night. Family over, and everyone enjoyed them thoroughly. Use code MAD15 for 15% off your order. All right, y'all. Good morning. We'll say some good mornings here. Game day for the Houdats. Saints against the Jaguars. We will see Tyler Shough get the start. I like it. I like that we're going to get to see Shough get the start. Probably better to get his first start at home than on the road. I like that they're alternating. Rattler got the start first go round. But remember, Shough last week, his first action was in the 2-minute drill. So, I love that he went in that spot and led the team right down and got points. So a lot of things to keep an eye on in the game today. Obviously, the quarterbacks will be first and foremost. We'll look at the offensive line with no Will Clapp, no Trevor Penning. Who gets those reps will be interesting. You have to think Isaiah Foskey is still battling for a job. I don't think he makes this team as of right now. That is sweet. So then the end spots and, keep looking at those rookies. Can Kendre Miller have another nice performance? The stats didn't pop necessarily. Had a really nice kickoff return, but he had a couple of nice runs, nice run in the red zone last week. So a couple of things I'm keeping an eye on today when the Saints play the Jacksonville Jaguars. So let me know what you got. Fire away. You know the drill. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post, leave your comments as always. Thomas, good morning. Kelly, happy Sunday. Braden LaRussa, what up, Braden? 13 short days. Almost there, man. Hey, Brandon, good morning. Robert, good morning. Nismo, time to see what Shough has. Go to sway. Yeah, don't overlook what he did last week, man. I mean, I liked the 2-minute offense to get points. The pick six was not good, but then the answer right after the pick six and followed up with a touchdown drive was encouraging. So, let's keep building. Daniel, any word on 7 and 18 are announced? Well, remember, you already have a 7. Good this way. Harold Perkins is 7. I know Campbell had it sort of honorary last year as well. And you had 2 18s last year with Josh Williams and Greg Penn. So, do you announce 2 this year? I don't know. I mean, do you go 1 or 2? Is it Witt and Nuss? Just Witt? We'll see. Good this week. When they're announced, usually that last week of fall camp, like last year they announced it on August 22nd, so the week before the opener. So you would think at the end of this week of camp is about when they would do it. Chance, how did the scrimmage go last night? Haven't heard yet. Put out a few feelers, a few texts to see. Haven't heard yet. Go this way. What you need, babe? Mommy's calling you. You go see mommy?
No. Yeah.
Okay, go see mommy. No, yes. Go see mommy. 103. Let's see. My little brother graduated from LSU Friday. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Congrats to the whole family. Always a great accomplishment. No word on Scrimmage yet. Again, got some feelers out there. I'll hear today. There's some people that were there that I'll get to have a few convos today. Have a better sense of it. Hey, Dominic, good morning. From KC, all right. Anytime on AT. Okay, just had that one. Saints suck. How did the scrimmage go? Okay. Ryan, good morning. It'll be interesting to see Shough starting. Still have a feeling Rattler will be QB1 this season. Good luck to both quarterbacks today. I would be willing to bet, Ryan, that over the course of this season, both quarterbacks start. I don't believe that one guy is going to start all 17 games. If you have one of them establish themselves and play well enough to keep that job, then great. I just don't know that we're going to see that. And maybe it's Rattler week one just because he's the more experienced guy. Oh, interesting. No Travis Hunter today. So no Travis Hunter. It's a little bit of a bummer. See if Brian Thomas Jr. plays. Remember, you got a lot of LSU players on that Jacksonville defense. Mason Smith, Jordan Jefferson. Go this way. So get to see some LSU guys out there today. Hey, Brad, good morning. Who do you think gets fired first, Sharon Moore or Kalen DeBoer? I don't know. I think Bama people will be far less patient, but I think DeBoer will win more games than Sharon Moore will. Sharon Moore is going to probably be playing a freshman quarterback this year, and Bryce Underwood. Tough schedule. They're going to play at Oklahoma. So I think it'll be a more difficult year for Michigan to where next go this way. They go 7-5. He probably goes in next year on the hot seat, competing for his job. I don't think Bama's going to go 7-5. I just don't think they're going to be a championship team. And so the question for Bama is how many more years can you stack without winning a championship before you get antsy? Nope, not yet. KB5, Saints lose today. Okay, probably. Bob Schuler, good morning. JW Bates, good morning. Daniel Scone, very random question. Where were you during the Bluegrass Miracle? Saw it on SC Network this morning. I told this story not long ago. So I was a student at LSU, and go this way. I was a student at LSU, and I went to all the games, home and away. And that was a weird schedule quirk that year from 01 to 02, where they reformatted the schedule. And so you played a consecutive season of a home and an away game against the same team. So, for example, in 01, LSU played at Kentucky and at home against Ole Miss. In 02, they played again at Kentucky and at home against Ole Miss. And everybody had to do that in 01 and 2. It was a weird scheduling quirk. And so, so I went to Kentucky in 01, and in that weekend in 02, last time, go this way. And so in 02, I had done a summer sales internship or sold books door to door in Minnesota, and the company was having their awards banquet that Saturday morning. And not real convenient for a football obsessed college student. But they asked me to go, the owner manager asked me to go, and I was like, you know what? I went to Kentucky last year. I can miss this one. And so I was at what is now the Marriott, then I guess the Hilton in Baton Rouge. And I was literally, I was doing the thing where I had the radio piece in my ear, listening to the game during this banquet, up my suit jacket with the radio thing in my ear, listening to the game. And right as the thing ends is when Kentucky kicks the field goal at the end to go up 6. I guess to go up 30-27. They went up. I guess they took the lead. They went up 30-27 when they kicked the field goal because LSU scored 133-30. Yeah. So anyway, they kicked the field goal. I turned off the radio, whatever. And I'm like, man, I can't believe they lost Kentucky, blah, 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 whatever. We're all just standing. So a lot of us just standing in the room. And then you hear from the lobby this like eruption. And people come running like, they won. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, what? Don't joke with me. And so ran over to the TV, saw the replay. So I didn't even see it live, hear it live. And that's how I found out they won the way they did. Sam in DC, what's up, man? Good morning. Corey Cannon said, good morning. Well, good morning, Cannon. Hope your day is off to a great start. Hey, Cannon Wilson, good morning. Hope you have an awesome day. Happy Sunday. Who dat? B. Creole, good morning. Rex, you asked Brian Kelly about LSU's depth. The roster still competing. What do you feel about LSU's depth overall? I think he's right. I think the two spots, if you listen to Locked on LSU, I did discuss this. I think the two spots on the team where you don't have great depth are at the star linebacker and, well, at star, and then I would say behind Whit Weeks, I think you have very good linebackers. You just have a massive drop-off from Whit Weeks to whoever's next, if it's Tylen Singleton or Devon Keys or whoever else would play on the inside there. And I'm very high on what I think Tylen Singleton can be and Devon Keys, but you just don't have another Whit Weeks. So those are the two guys defensively I would say that you cannot afford to lose. And then I would tell you, while you have great numbers at defensive tackle, I don't think you have a lot of experienced quality depth yet. We pretty consistently see McKinley, Bro, Guillory, Gooden, those four at tackle. Erica. No one ain't changing, Erica? I don't know what that is. So like after those four defensive tackle, I mean, you've got Sadir Mitchell and you've got Sean Washington and you've got all the freshmen you brought in, Zion Williams, Brandon Brown. I mean, you've got bodies, lots of them. You just don't have a ton of quality depth yet behind your first four. So, I don't know if that answers your question, but I think they have great depth really everywhere. I mean, let's see, besides a win, what's the most intriguing, important thing you're looking for week one? Offensive line. It's the thing we've talked about a ton, offensive line. Erica. Are they ready to roll? I hope so. I mean, if LSU goes to Clemson and wins that game and the offensive line plays well and LSU runs the ball, I think LSU will be favored at every game the rest of the way, including at Alabama. I'm not sure if y'all saw also, but Jam Miller is going to miss the season opener against Florida State. That's Alabama's running back. Apparently suffered an injury Saturday in their scrimmage and is expected to miss the season opener. DeBoer said that he had a medical procedure following the scrimmage. So, and that's, I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I'm not celebrating that at all. But again, it's like, All right. Sorry. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Beat Creole, good morning. Brett DeGrow, good morning. Cannon said, who dat? That a boy, Cannon. August, good morning. Thank you for the constant updates, transparencies. Great job, Go Tigers. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for being there. Thanks for watching. Let's see. Manny, any observations on punting special teams? Someone asked about that. We went through a couple days ago here, special teams pretty extensively. You have a new snapper in Jonathan Ferguson. Grant Chadwick is likely going to be your holder, the new punter. Chadwick is a dramatic improvement from Peyton Todd. Damian Ramos has been super consistent. Aaron Burrell is a automatic touchback on kickoffs. And then I think for the first time since Brian Kelly's here, you're going to have a legit return game. Like if nothing else, just Berrien Brown legitimizes your return game because he holds the SEC career record for kickoff returns for a touchdown. So, hey, Steve, good morning. Matt, any concerns with BK's comments about being stubborn and running even when others know we're running? Sounds like we may be running in stack boxes. I'm not concerned with that at all. I think you actually have to do that. I mean, you have to be able that's the whole thing that Cole Kubelik was talking about the other day on the show, which was like you can't be a finesse offense, and then when you have to get here, all right, now we're going to go be a running offense. No, it's like it's what you are. You have to commit to running the ball. And LSU threw it 60% of the time last year. They were 60-40 pass. I mean, they've got to be closer to balance. Okay. Let me see. Then what?
Not for that show.
We're going to watch the Saints in a little while. Saints, what do we say when the Saints are playing? Who dat? Good job. All right. Last year, team rookie quarterback that didn't start outperformed the one that did. Can Chuck solidify QB1 with a solid performance today? Who are you talking about? I mean, Rattler was the only rookie last year. Hayner was a second-year player. Ryan, definitely a possibility. One QB starts half the season, other second half. I don't even know if it'll be like that, half and half. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if there are struggles, if they don't kind of volley back and forth a bit. I think Rattler will start week one. If they start Tyler, Benjamin, it'll be a major story about confidence. Honestly, man, I think the whole thing about confidence in that, like, that's something that we talk about. They don't talk about that. It's just not a thing they talk about. It's like that's a fan narrative that fan and media talk about. Like, that's not like they're going to go try to win football games, and it may just be that Rattler has more experience and is more ready to play week one. And if they start 2-7, they may say, "All right, it's time to put the kid in there." The kid who's older than Spencer Rattler. Hey, Chance, wish you had some enthusiasm about the Saints. I'll wear more Saints clothing because the colors are better, but not much expectations this season. Hey, Spurge, good morning. Dominic, with Michael Van Buren sort of solidifying QB2 this week, do we think Hurley transfers? I don't know what Colin Hurley is going to do. And look, they brought Michael Van Buren has always been a solidified number two. Like they brought him in to be the backup quarterback. An insurance policy in case if something happens with Nuss, you have someone that started 8 games in the SEC. Like he was always going to be the number two. I don't know what they'll do with Colin Hurley. And one thing I'm certain of, though, is they will add 2 scholarship quarterbacks after the season. You're not going to go into a season next year with 2, with just Van Buren and Hurley. And that's provided they both stay. So I think they will go into the portal. I think the question is, do you add another guy like AJ Swan, who's just, got some experience, really a backup, or are you going to look for Jaden Daniels? Like, are you going to look for a starter? Tired of the product the Saints putting out. When we demand a change, I'm willing to put up some hard cash. I mean, this is the change. This is it. Derek Carr retired, traded Marshawn Lattimore. They drafted 9 players. They hired a new coach. Like, this is the change. This is it. But you don't get good overnight. Like, it's going to take time of rebuilding this thing. Like, they're in even if they won't acknowledge it, they're in rebuild mode. But this is the change. Matt, have a bad feeling if we don't win against Clemson with all the energy, emphasis on the particular game. Might shell shock the program early with Gators and Ole Miss lurking. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think 18 to 22-year-olds are way more resilient than you and I are. Because they're going to have to line up the next week and go play. So it'll be on the coaching staff to get them ready. Hey, club, good morning. 13 days. No scrimmage intel yet. I have a few texts out, but haven't gotten anything back yet. Rougarou, who dat? Milton, good morning, Matt. You know, if Shough will have all or most of the starters with him today, big advantage. Kind of not fair for Rattler doesn't get them too. Well, I mean, that's what happened last week with Shough. I mean, the ones played the ones, twos played the twos. I mean, that's generally how that goes. So that's why you evaluate them both. So yeah, when Shough's out there, he'll be out there with the first group. And there's going to be guys that don't play. Like, I don't think Alvin Kamara is going to. Well, actually, let me not guess. See if we have inactives yet today. I mean, remember, they don't have to list inactives. Saints have not yet. So. Yeah, I don't see a Saints inactives list. Again, they don't have to announce inactives. Like, that's like you have to for the regular season. I was seeing it that we would find out who was going to play, who wasn't. Hey, James, good morning. Brad, you know what LSU conference schedule will look like next year? Nope. They haven't announced schedules yet. So that'll come in October. In December. They'll announce, but we don't know the schedule format yet, if they're going to go to 8 or 9. So, like, just so you know, if the playoff expands to 16, I think the SEC will go to 9. If the playoff stays at 12, I think they stay at 8. Just my guess of how it goes. But you're not going to know a schedule until they know if they're going to 8 or 9. You're not going to know if they go 8 or 9 until you know if the playoffs go into 16. So that's the SEC generally does their football schedule release show in December. No updates about the scrimmage yet. Brian Pinton, good morning. There was no availability, no media availability for the scrimmage. So I'm trying to get people who are there to just spill some deets. Hey, Brian, good morning from Bristol, VA. All right, man. Safe travels out there today. Hope you're doing great. Brad, if you had to guess how many times you've been asked about whiskey and wine since T-Bob left, including the one you just asked right there, if we're going to throw that one in the mix, thousands. Matt, more likely scenario this year, LSU can score on anyone or our D can't stop anyone. Oh, LSU can score on anyone. I think LSU's defense is going to be real. I'll give you a little tease. We have a station survey coming up at LouisianaSports.net where Hunt asked everyone on staff to make one bold prediction. Press what?
Let your baby
Little baby bum cat. Little baby bum cat. Bless you. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
All right. Take it. Oh yeah. Anyway, so Hunt has to do station survey bold prediction. My bold prediction is that LSU finishes in the top 20 nationally in defense. They've not done that since 2017. I think LSU will finish in the top 20 nationally in total defense this year. I think this defense is going to be really, really good. They're super talented at every level. They're veteran, year 2 under Blake Baker. Perkins, Weeks, you have star power. I think they will be a top 20 defense in the country. Hey, Dennis, let's face it. We're not what they think we are. What is it? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Devin, good morning. Defensive turnovers would be a great way to start the season week 1. So excited to head to Clemson in a few weeks. Yeah, man. Excited about it. Matt, not trying to be stern here. You owe us an explanation about the post show. We're here to support you, and you can't even tell us if Whiskey Mine will happen. Surely, if you're smart enough, it will. Yeah, KB5, if you know anything about me, the worst thing you could possibly do is try to strong arm me into telling you a darn thing. And I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you anything. I'm not making you be here. You want to come here every day? Please do. But I've told you forever. The day y'all decide Scone stinks, not watching this stuff anymore, I'm good. I'll go put on roofs at Parish. So I'll do something. I'm good. You owe us an explanation. I don't owe you anything. Only thing I owe anything to is my family. Get out of here. You owe us an explanation. Yeah, that's the way to get an answer out of me. You owe us an explanation. Dennis, I bet since they say O-line sucks, I'm betting they not. I think our linebacker. Wait, you're talking about Saints or LSU? You're not talking about LSU. With Whit Weeks and Harold Perkins in that linebacker core? Huh. Alabama's going 8-4 this year, regardless of a running back or not. I would love to see that so much. Austin, good morning. Grilled steaks, setting up giant bouncing castle in the yard for the kids. Watch it on demand later. Happy Sunday. There you go, man. Enjoy the Sunday. That's awesome. That ain't the way to do it. Peyton, Weeks, Perkins will be the difference, the Clemson game for us. Yeah, whoever the guy was that said we get linebacker, that's insane. That's crazy. And West is a 5th-year player who's played a ton of football. And you got 2 really good young players in Keys and Singleton. Now again, I'll say it, after Witt, there's a massive drop-off. So you got to keep him on the field. But man, if you think LSU's linebackers are going to be bad, poof. I think the LSU Clemson will be an emotional, fired-up game. RIP KL2. Yeah, man. There was I saw actually today a clip on the Pivot where they're interviewing Brian Thomas. And he's talking about Kyron on there. So I'm going to go check that out for sure. Hey, Daniel, do you like the all-gold game for Florida this year? No. I think the gold game is a stupid, lazy promotion. LSU fans don't ever just color coordinate in the stadium. Even when they do the gold game, people don't comply. I think it's a money grab to try to push shirts to sell gold game shirts and make a little money. I think it's a dumb promotion. It's a dumb, lazy promotion that nobody actually complies with ever. One of the cool things about Tiger Stadium is when you go to Tiger Stadium, it looks like a jambalaya. It's all different colors. It's purples and golds and whites, and you even see some people in camo. It's just, the gold game. Jordy and I used to joke about it all the time. The gold. I mean, you got like in Knoxville, they color coordinate to Checker Neyland, right? And all LSU's got is the gold game with like 60% compliance. It's just whatever. Tiger Poppy, good morning. Hey, Peyton, bricked up waiting for August 30th. Tiger on sound about scrimmage. Oh, I don't think it's that. I think just they got stuff. They got an off day today, so I'm sure I'll hear from people today. Hey, Brian, transfer portal is a great equalizer of the sport. I believe LSU has a portal class comparable to better than 2023 Florida State. Clemson fans seem very overconfident. Agree with you on LSU's portal class comparable to Florida State or Ole Miss last year or Ohio State last year. It's when you go into the portal with bags of cash, willing to spend it, it's going to work out pretty well for you. Now, the onus is on this staff to make it all come together as one. Yeah, and I don't think Jonathan Ferguson is related to Reed or Blake. I need to check that. I don't think so. Yeah, no, he's from Sacramento, California. Chance, not talked about a lot. LSU has firepower in the kick return game. That should be the difference against Clemson, who is projected punt return guy. So we have seen when they go punt return, Aaron Anderson, Xavier Thomas, Barry, and Brown. Kickoff return, it's those three plus Caden Durham, Caleb Jackson, Kyle Parker, and Chris Hilton. Those are the ones we've seen return kickoffs. So my guess is, and Jelani Watkins. I'd put Barry and Brown back there. I mean, he's a proven All-American return specialist. But my guess is Xavion's probably going to be back there too. So maybe Xavion returning punts, Barry and Brown returning kicks. Dennis not sold on the Saints either. We shouldn't be. I mean, they're going to stink this year. It's a reset year where you're going in with a new head coach, probably a rookie quarterback. Tyron's retired. You got a rookie left tackle. You're moving your left tackle from last year to right tackle. Your former first-round pick tackle to guard. You're trying to find some depth at running back behind Kamara. Yeah, like it's not going to be a great year, but you're growing for the future. Let's see, LSU's most favorable matchup versus Clemson. Well, look, Clemson's DBs. I mean, look, remember AJ Terrell, his younger brother, Arion Terrell, he's an All-American cornerback at Clemson. But LSU's depth at receiver is just an embarrassment of riches. Like, I wish y'all could come out and see what we see every day when we go out there. It's just, I mean, I've said it from back to spring. Like, my biggest question is, how does Sloan keep all of these guys engaged? Because there's so much talent on this team. I mean, just if you look at someone like Nick Anderson would be a 1 anywhere he plays. But Aaron Anderson's back. Xavier Thomas is back. Chris Hilton's back. Barron Brown's on this team. I mean, Nick Anderson might be your 5th best guy. You know what I mean? And I haven't even mentioned Kyle Parker. Oh, and Tradez and Bauer Sharp. And they throw to the running backs. And something we haven't talked a lot about here that has been mighty impressive has been Caden Durham catching the ball out of the backfield. He has been really good catching the ball out of the backfield in fall camp. Brian, let's see. Interior defensive line. Cajun Mob Man. I drew who dat. Okay, y'all are talking to each other. Carly Cat, any chances Evan Parrish hats in purple and gold or blue and gold for LSU Southern Jinglegate? We do have some purple and gold Parrish stuff. despite my objections, I'm just a big believer in branding and, going with your brand and your color. But I do understand that people would wear purple and gold, and that is, it's cool. So, and it looks good too. So we do have some purple and gold Parish shirts. I don't know if we have purple and gold Parish hats yet, but we got like polos and stuff like that. Hang on. Rattler is never going to be franchise quarterback. Question is when they're getting rid of that GM. Well, they're never going to get rid of the GM, as we've talked about before. Made man. So I think he'll always be part of the organization, even in some capacity. But, Gail Benson forced Mickey's hand to fire Dennis Allen, and Derek Carr's retirement forced their hand at quarterback. So circumstances outside of Mickey Loomis's control forced this organization into a new direction, which I'm very fond of. So B Creole, good morning. Let's see, KB5, it's time. Renee Cantu, boss, good morning, love your show. Who'd have for life? Who do you believe have better college year, Arch or Garrett? I think Garrett Nussmeier will. He's, remember, the leading returning passer in college football. Got weapons everywhere. I mean, I think Arch is going to be a really good player. But, again, he's starting for the first time. So all right, please smash the like button if you would subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Sorry, I'm texting with someone who's at the scrimmage lesson. I'm trying to get some info. Here you go, Thomas.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
All right, Parish Construction and Roofing. Remember, if you need North Peach, go to Brockington Roof. You call Parish. All of our sponsors linked in the description on YouTube. Oh, I got to get everybody tagged on Facebook. I forgot to do that right when we started the show. Let me do that. Remember, roof repairs, roof replacements, commercial, residential. We'd love to help you out at Parish. And with Brock, their after-hours clinic is always open nights and weekends, so you can bypass the ER. So if you find yourself in need of an orthopedist today, don't go to the ER. Go to Brock. Oh, is Drew getting into the football spirit? Drew wants Phil Steele videos on his iPad.
Okay.
You want Phil Steele?
Yeah. Help.
Okay, got it. What do we want? Phil Steele.
What is it?
There he is. It's Phil Steele. There he is. Drew wants to watch Phil Steele. There you go. All right. It's Phil Steele. Cool. Drew was watching Shay Dixon videos earlier today. All right. Where are we? Sorry. I lost my spot. Oh, here it is. if this was the BCS era, would you say Clemson is a must win? It would feel much different. But the other thing too, Brad, is like in the BCS era, playing that kind of game would have given you a bump in your power rating as far as the computer rating, just playing that game against Clemson. So, but yeah, I mean, in the BCS, only 2 teams made it. So you felt like you had less margin for error. Kyle, do you keep Josh Allen or Derrick Henry to keeper league? Kyle, I'm the wrong guy to ask, man. This floors people want to tell them this. I've never played fantasy football in my life. I have no idea. I'm just not the right guy to ask. Sorry, dude. I meant the real starter's not the one who started last week. Well, some starters aren't going to play, but you had, like last week, you had your whole offensive line except Eric McCoy. And, I mean, they're not going to play Shaheed and Olave, which, okay. And Kamara. So, Jesus. Y'all are so stupid. It's being discussed. There will be some type of post-game show. He said it 20 times. Yes. Good morning. You need to make a Bama burning shirt and all the teams and scores they lose to this year. I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, a lot of people were wondering the shirt I was wearing yesterday. I wore my 40-35 shirt, which was the score of the Vanderbilt Bama game last year. Hey, Bubba. Bubba, good morning. Hey, Coach Ken, good morning. Hope you're doing great. Braden, really considering getting a drone to check out the scrimmage last night. How does Drew's backpack work? I see you mess with it sometimes. Yeah, so Drew is tube fed. So he's got a what's known as a Mickey button. So it's just like a peg, that was like surgically implanted right here. It's a peg, and so it's a port that'll open and close. And so there are these extensions that connect to that port, and then the backpack connects to that extension. And so the pump, I'll show you. This is a backpack. So this bag, we put his formula in the bag, and then it has this long tubing, right? And it goes it hooks into the pump. This. You see all the tubing? And so then it just connects to that extension on his port. And so then you set the rate. So like we set it to where he gets that feed over the course of an hour. So it's about 250 milliliters that he gets over the course of an hour, which is basically a bottle of formula. And it goes slow just because he has like digestive issues. Like he has to, like if we did it all in like 2 minutes, right? If he just took that bottle in 2 minutes or 5 or 10 minutes, he'd throw it right back up. His body doesn't process quickly enough. So that's why he has the pump. And then wears the backpack so he can get fed over time. Top 20 defense, you say? Natty incoming. That's right. Make defense great again. Yes, I think that will be my bold prediction, is that they're top 20 in the country in total defense this year. That's the wrong. No. You know me. Matt, you owe me a Klondike bar from 6th grade. T-Bob went to Chicago. He works for Barstool now. Remains to be seen. Quarterbacks ran all over them for years. Not for years. The last 2 years. Yeah. You forget the defense in 2022, Kelly's first year, was pretty good. And that defense, I have it right here. In 22, they finished 34th in the country in total defense. The difference with that defense and the last two, or certainly in 23, is in 22, Kelly's first year. Remember, they had to go heavy in the portal. Remember, because the numbers were so low. So they went heavy in the portal to replenish numbers. And so they got Greg Brooks and Joe Fouché and Jark Bernard Converse and Mekhi Gardner. And they got all these guys and they hit on all of them. And so the secondary was probably way better in that first year than any of us, way better than maybe it should have been. And so all those guys left and they had to go back into the portal the next year. And I'm guilty, my hands in the air, I'm guilty of this. They went and got more talented guys. They went and got Denver Harris, J.K. Johnson from Ohio State, Deuce Chestnut from Syracuse, who was, all ACC or whatever. So I know I was guilty of it. I was like, they got more talented at corner. Well, they just whiffed on all those guys. All those guys stunk. They just weren't any good. And it showed. So you end up playing a freshman in Ashton Stamps. Zy Alexander, who was, an FCS transfer, ended up becoming your best defensive back. Like they missed on all those guys. This is a year where undeniably you have not only talent, but experience. It resembles more like that 22 secondary, but with even more talent. Like 22, I would say 22 didn't have a DJ Pickett as far as a talent. And you've got Monster Delane and Stamp, so you got veteran guys there. I mean, AJ Halsey is, y'all are going to see. Halsey wears 13. Y'all going to see. He's fantastic. As bad as you were at safety last year, Halsey, Cooley, Spears, Toviano, Gilbert, healthy Jordan Gilbert. Gilbert's been backing up Perkins at the Star too lately. You tell me. Who? Oh, Phil. Crazy. Give me 5. I'm sorry. That's fine. You can love whiskey and wine. But coming here demanding something of me is the wrong thing to do. When I give so much of my time to everybody all day, I've been sitting here for 48 minutes on a Sunday morning. And I'm not complaining at all. I love to do it. Yeah, but coming in here shaking your fist at me demanding something is the wrong way to go about doing something. How does Bo have the Saints D-line looking? Incomplete, because I want to see what it looks like week 1 with Devon Gottschall at nose, with Granderson and Chase Young, Cam to an extent, although he's well past his prime. That's what I'm more looking to see. We got all your vets out there. Dustin, thank you, man. Appreciate that, Dustin. Thank you for being there. Very kind of you. Hey, Rex, biggest impact transfer, Pyburn, Good, and Halsey. Probably Halsey, y'all, because you were. I don't think everyone really understands, because you don't always pay attention to safety, but safety was the biggest liability on this team a year ago, and the fact that nobody respected your safety play meant that they challenged you deep. You just weren't any good, man, and to get an impact guy like that, it just dramatically improves where you were weakest a season ago. And I think all those guys are going to be really good, by the way, all the ones you mentioned. Matt, do you feel any certain way about the fence around the field being purple now instead of gold like it used to be? Personally, I prefer the gold. No. Is it purple or is it black? Is it purple? No. So this answers your question. I didn't even notice. Oh, sorry. Good there. Someone said even if LSU put gold T-shirts in every stadium, that yes, I agree with that completely. Gold game. Trivia, good morning. Did I miss something about whiskey and wine? No, Brandon, we just haven't made a decision yet on what's going to happen with postgame. And I know we're getting down to the nitty gritty. We're inside of 2 weeks, but if like I don't have an obvious solution without T-Bob. There are some other things we have that are possible as well. We're deciding on, but some of that depends on like sponsorships and location. Like there's just a lot of things that have to fall into place that haven't yet. So, and we'll make a call. But I will be doing something post game. I guarantee you that. Phew. Like game ends, clock hits 0. I will be doing something post game. Randall, good morning. You've watched tons of really good LSU football teams in spring ball and camp. Does this look like one of those special teams that could contend? Yes. Primarily because the thing that you have to have that those teams had is an established veteran quarterback who can win games for you. LSU has that. And then they have talent everywhere else. But I just want everyone to be prepared for like I saw Hunt today. I'll link this if you want to see it. Hunt did his season prediction column where he picked every game. And he's got LSU beating Clemson, which surprised me because I would say this isn't a knock on anybody at all. But I would tell you that Hunt and I are probably the two people in the LSU media who would be most likely to pick against LSU. I think it's hard sometimes to detach your love, allegiance, fandom, all that to do a pick. You want to pick with your heart, not with your head. And Hunt has I just posted his thing there, but Hunt has LSU beating Clemson. But all that to say, even if LSU loses the Clemson game, God, I would feel so much better if that was neutral site or in Baton Rouge. But like at Clemson is just in week 1 with so many new pieces against a team that leads the country in returning production. That is just such a really, really tough ask. All right. Let's see. Saints start in 27 minutes, y'all. Xavier Thomas is the better punt returner out of the two. Barron's better kick return game. I'm going to tell you right now, bro. I've been out there in practice and I've watched them. Barron Brown's better than everybody at all that stuff. Period. Ooh. He instinctively caught one that was a mishit and read it immediately, came on a dead sprint. And it wasn't live tackling, but it was 11 on 11. Dead sprint, catches it without breaking stride, and was gone. Like the kickoff team had no clue what was happening.
What was that?
If they want to put Xavier back there just to not have all the workload on Berrien, fine. Xavier Thomas returned one last year for a touchdown. Great. I'm sure to tell you, Barry Brown is their most dynamic returner of all the guys. Making a self-note to invite Kay Adams to pregame Saints cookouts. Mina Kimes, Ryan Clark, nightcap. The rest conveniently forget their invitations. Make sure to only give them burnt barbecue. Don. Hey, Matt. How would you describe the mentality of the players in the 2020s compared to 2000s and 2010s? Bigger, faster, stronger. No, they feel different. What do you mean they feel different? I mean, obviously the biggest difference now is players are getting paid. So you don't have guys with the intention of going to a place necessarily for 4 years, staying, growing, developing, like because they can leave with the portal and with NIL. That's probably the biggest thing. It's like free agency in professional sports. It's hard to maintain continuity and culture. I still feel the Saints can be a comparable team, Matt. Comparable to what? My bare minimum expectations, 10-11 win season. Chris, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I have this right. Your minimum expectations are 10 or 11 wins for the New Orleans Saints? Are you serious? I don't know if you're serious. 10 or 11 wins for the New Orleans Saints. Wow. I mean, right? Like the Saints won 5 games last year. Like Vegas has them over under 5.5 or 4.5. You don't have a quarterback on your roster that's won a game. You're going to have a rookie left tackle, a first-year starter at right tackle, a first-year starter at left guard. Your defense last year was second worst against the run. Tyrann Mathieu retired. Demario Davis is 36. Cam Jordan plays roughly half the snaps anymore. You have 2 tiny receivers that are both injury prone. Your top 2 tight ends are both hurt and may not play this year. Like, you're going to have to help me here, brother. What are you talking about? I mean, hold on. And now I want to prove my doubters wrong. Here's the thing, Chris. Nobody's doubting you, and you don't have a chance to prove your doubters wrong. You don't play on the team, brother. Oh my God. I'm legitimately floored that any right-thinking, conscious human could pick the New Orleans Saints to be a 10 or 11 win team this year. I mean, in my estimation, like everything breaks your way. Everything goes right. You win 7. Rookie head coach. I mean, all the roster rankings, the New Orleans Saints have the worst roster in the NFL. Would you say the QB tiers? Like you're in the bottom tier of quarterback. Wow. That's really surprising. Richard, Matt, do you think Blake will try to get quarterback pressure just with front floor or blitz more this year than last? He always uses more than just the front four. That's the thing about Blake Bakers. You never know where the pressure's going to come from. He'll bring linebacker blitz from the middle. He'll bring Perkins off the edge. He'll use corner blitzes, safety blitzes. He never just tries to get pressure with the front four. Lance, random question. What was the name of Handy and Ott's old show before Handy left and came back? It was called Sports Today. That's because a sports talk radio show was taken. Sports Today. Yes, as a matter of fact, Russ Mitchell texted me this morning since I've been doing the show. He said, I got your comp for Shadur Sanders, Doug Flutie. Both have to navigate skepticism that they don't fit the mold. Both blah, 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 whatever. Good morning. Good morning, period. Why are you texting me about Sanders, question mark? It's week 0 in college football, exclamation point. Time to come out of hibernation. Love you. All right, y'all remember all of our sponsors are linked in the description on YouTube, tagged on Facebook. Glad to have y'all there with us. Wait, hang on. I got to scroll down a little bit. Oh, my God. Yes, I'm serious. Maybe 10, 11 wins over 3 seasons combined. Maybe over the next 2 seasons. Yeah, that's more likely, actually. No luck with Ocho. I refuse to accept mediocrity. It doesn't... See, Chris, the point you're missing is you don't have to accept it. Like, you're not on the team. You're not in the front office. You don't get to make a decision. You're a fan. You sit in the stands or watch on TV just like the rest of us. Like, you don't get to impact any of those decisions or outcomes. So don't bury the guy he wants to believe. That's fine. You can believe and you can want to be optimistic, but you also have to have a degree of realism. So I always call myself an optimistic realist. I believe in the good in people. I believe good things can happen. I choose to live my life that way. However, I'm also a realist. I understand like what the New Orleans Saints are and what their organization is going through right now. And there is no rational thought. None. Like, there is not a single rational thought that would speak to picking the New Orleans Saints to win 10 or 11 games. Rational thought. If you want to be an irrational fanatic, okay, then you do you. But like, if they don't win 10 or 11, you're super disappointed. Well, like, that's on you because they're not good. They're not good. Objectively. They're not, like, look at, that's why this whole offseason I've gone through every one of these objective metrics and lists and rankings and ratings and tiers and all that sort of stuff. Some of it objective, some of it subjective, and all of them have the Saints at the very bottom because that is their reality right now. And I'm telling you, I'm okay with that because you have 2 options. You could continue on the path you are on, which is living in this perpetual state of mediocrity where you are constantly be in the 7, 8, 9 win range, never bad enough to draft at the top into your franchise, but never good enough to actually compete. And I'm telling you, I'm not good with that. I would rather say we're hitting the reset button. We're going to take 2 steps backwards so that we can take 10 steps forward and compete again. And that's what I think they're trying to do. Now, Mickey Loomis had his hand forced with Gail Benson firing Dennis Allen, with Derek Carr's retirement. And so it forced them into this reset, which I'm very good with. Pool jump at the Saints win 10 games. Done. Keep hope alive. How confident are you with the LSU O-line? Could I get a free shirt for giving you the idea of Bama burning? If we make the Bama burning shirt, sure, I'll send you one. No problem with that. Randall's going to give it home and his F-250 pickup. There you go, Randall. Man. Poor Chris. Chris is taking it on the chin. Hey, Kevin, good morning. Roto Giraffe. Dude needs to be a bookie in Vegas. I'm taking that under. Right. Fanboy. Yeah, that annoyed me so much, man. God, that really irked me. I didn't start that podcast with the intent of turning that into a rant. That wasn't, it just, I started, that happens to me a lot. Like, it just, I start talking about something, I get worked up, and then I get on a roll, I keep going. That's what happened with that one. But that did annoy me. It touched a nerve. I think Xavion has a higher average punt return. That's probably due to Kentucky blocking LOL. Didn't Xavion return one for a touchdown last year? I know he did. I can't remember if it was punter or kickoff. Because him and Aaron Anderson did it in back-to-back games. It was like so Xavion had the 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown in the Texas Bowl. So it was a kickoff return. Barian. Barian Brown's got 5 kickoff return touchdowns. He only returned 11 punts during his time at Kentucky. Go back. There we go. Xavion has returned, 11 for Barion. Xavion's returned 43 punts in his career. 15 at State, 14 at State, 14 last year at LSU. Aaron Anderson. Was that a kickoff or a punt he returned last year? The touchdown. It was Oklahoma, right? 100 yards, yeah. Return a kickoff 100 yards midway through the second quarter. Yeehaw. So Anderson and Thomas both did it last year. Kentucky didn't force many punts. Okay. All right, Saints are starting in 12 minutes. Let's get rolling. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Glad y'all are here. I plan on firing up a little Saints post-game live reaction show. So I'll keep some notes, and as soon as that game goes final, we'll be back here for a little post-game. So hope to see y'all. Y'all have an awesome, awesome Sunday. Jump back here with us after the Saints go final, and check out LouisianaSports.net. Some good stuff over there. All right, y'all have a great day. Chris, keep hope alive, man. 11 wins for the Saints, 11-6.